Hello everybody and welcome back to Tyranny. Let's get going because we only have 8 days until not just us but everyone dies. I have no idea where to be going. I'm pretty sure we'll get more options here in the main menu. Yep, we will. Scarlet Chorus camp, 2 hours travel. Oh, it follows a road. So, by the looks of it, we will be going to the camp and then we will either go to the crossing or all the way to the clearing. Let's start with the chorus camp. Our path is blocked by a small group of Vendrian guard. You can go no farther until you deal with them. Well, I suppose we will deal with them in a harsh way, which will leave them dead. Unless it's a scripted thing.
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned in braids and knots of sailor's line. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Svendrian guard regula, the woman leans on an elaborate blade staff pulsating with arcane energy. A swath of blue fashion rests draped over her arm. The blue flag is a symbol of diplomacy and truce, recognition most of the known world. So she just wants to talk, for now. To harm another person under the auspiciation of a blue flag is a grave offense. Good to know.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in impractical display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a ready stance, their nerves clearly on edge. You have me at a disadvantage. I'm gonna glare, see what he goes.
School of Tides, and today I speak on behalf of the Vendrian Guard.
Go on.
I advise caution, Fatebinder. Only thing more dangerous than a tearsman is an educated one.
Metal articular groan as he tries to move his hand toward his blade. There's a blue flag. I expect you'll honor it.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos's way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
Are we gonna lie to her? No, we're gonna be straight.
I see. That is as I feared, but thank you for telling me all the same. I prefer closure to wishful thinking. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Palox Tyrell. That's a familiar name. I believe we found him somewhere. You're reasonably certain she's asking about the Vendrian Guard warrior that took Drace as hostage. Oh, that guy. Another dead oathbreaker. Whomever you will ask about next, I assure nothing can be done. Palox Tyrell is dead.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
We are through. Leave while you still can.
Then I will take no more of your time. Apologies. We will depart at once.
She bows curtly, never letting her eyes leave you before turning to leave. A moment later, the body has turned to follow. We are going to kill her, but we are honorary. So we followed their customs for now. I don't think there's anything here, so let's just proceed to the chorus camp. 32 minutes. Gauntlets change how much on-orb damage your charge will do. Good to know. Good to know. Nothing to loot here yet. Shivershank. Quiet Shiv. Fancy names. It proves everything. The warrior slams her fist together in a resounding clap. Like for instance, whenever you fit to lead that flock of children. Behind her, the member of her gang postures with weapons held at ready. Did you not hear the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. The chorus warrior looks to his gang, giving him a quick nod. What's the problem here? No problem here, Lord Binder. She tosses her blade in the air, catching it with a smile on the way down. Captain Fuckwit here seems to be about to balk from his challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. She spits on the ground, looking up with a scowl. So I'm calling him out, because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. The warrior opponents at the opposing gang. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do so happily. But I'll have your hands and feet removed and the rest of you kept for my own use. I do enjoy a good bloodbath. A sharp vicious scream cuts across her face. Be my guest, I've always wanted to see a Fatebinder in action. He falls pointedly quiet, but finally shrugs one shoulder, seemingly smart enough not to protest. Prepare yourselves. Who should I? The guy, he seems more brain. The other chick just seems brawn. Here is Shiv, so cut Shiv's throat, then I'll end this quickly. You quickly snatch Quiet's Shiv dagger as she flicks it into air. Before she can even utter a cry of surprise, you stab her in the jugular with her own blade. She crumbles to the ground, face twisted with as much shock as awe as everyone else in the group around you. Enjoy your new position, gang boss. Can I loot her? Damn straight. She got a Scarlet Chorus leather armor. Use a chorus ground, state your business or get lost. I will. The guard places her hands on her belt as you approach her, gripping the hilt of a blade. Past this point is chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure in the right place? I'm always in the right place. The guard tenses up, locking eyes with you. Bat-walking hunk of rust. What is he, she, maybe it doing here? Stepping close and push her down. Disfavored thought I needed a minder, didn't want to hurt his feelings. Also a possibility. I'm gonna push her down. Before she can draw a blade, you advance, placing your foot behind hers and gives her a stiff shove on the shoulder. Coughed off balance, she tumbles backwards, triggering an outburst of laughter at the other guards. I can't believe you sassed the Fatebinder. You're such a stupid pawn. Didn't I tell you we had a special guest coming? The guard waves you in with a smile. Come on in, and don't let the ninny shitters in the camp give you any guff. Oh, I won't. Oh, I leveled up. Lovely. Should I get more quickness? Because I do want to throw my shit a lot. How much does 1 point give? 3%. That's not a lot, is it? Accuracy and armor deflection, maybe? This guy charges physical and mental precision, accuracy of attacks and spells, and increase armor. Let's go with quickness. Save. Talents. Let's see. We will be going with range on this guy. Gives a chance to catch physical projectiles and launch them back. That's pretty badass. Increase damage with thrown weapons and allow basic attacks to strike multiple times. That's nice. Charge up and launch a projectile with enough force to penetrate armor. Enemies in line take damage and are left bleeding. Replace a sword shot. That's interesting as well. We might go with that one. Bow mastery. No, we don't use bows. When superior, replace parry with dodge while defending against melee attacks. Yeah, let's go with penetrating. So we get a more powerful throw now. And I want to see what it is. Is it that one? No, that's the one. Penetrating shot. I don't even remember the old one, so I suppose it's better. Iron Tolling, Harry and Barrick. Barrack and the Fightbinder both bang on their shields and armor, harassing an enemy. The target is compelled to attack Barrack for a short time, while the Fatebinder's mocking gestures leave the enemy confused and off guard. The fool loses all ability to parry and dodge while they recover their senses. We basically mock them. What's this? Scroll. We do not have the lore for that. Does anyone? Maybe it just checks party-wide if anyone has it. Is it one of these? No, that's combat stuff. We don't have it anyway. Fifth Eye, I believe that's the one we were supposed to talk to. The Binder of Tunon arrives, squealing with teenager's timber. The Fifth Eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of a sport with some captives, but we're not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in bronze and red regula of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand closer, wagging a blood-splattered glove. Now that you have issued the edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb back to this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. How is this camp responded? Not here to follow all your orders. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The Fifth Eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the outer valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. Did he say we don't think you can control the horde? It's true. Wrong, and perhaps he gestures with a spear in an arc toward the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives for every 2 hands of humanity. There is at least one finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost on the margins, I won't deny that, but if you store grain, expect some rat feces, and if you lead killers, expect some desertion. So you need help taking out the Oathbreakers. You have how large a force all for these weeks, and you let the enemy move freely throughout the valley? I'm hurt, insult my manners and maturity, but do not insulate where I sit idle where there is blood to be shed. The Crimson Spear claps his fists together. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best effort. Captain Pelock's crew consistently evades or kills our own gangs. So you need help taking out these Oathbreakers. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. No, we're gonna kill them. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are threads of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Variakel. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out of here. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. Why not us? This I don't belong with Orkan of Nerat. I will speak with the prisoner. I don't really want to talk with this guy. He's creepy. I will meet you there if he's waiting by the other prisoners.
I got it.
What do we have here? Big hammer and a pair of gloves. Sniggerdagus. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor. The name is Sniggerdagus, originally from the relative tranquil of the Northern Empire. I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos forces supplied with only the finest goods locally imported. Fuck off. Reagan Bass. Well, look we have here, chewing on some manner of cud, a shoe set soldier flings spite and crumbs as she talks. The Fightbinder finally shows himself. I'm Reg, the second soldier chimes in, and this is Baz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He would read us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Baz knits her fingers together, jointing cracking as she smiles. Ray clears his throat, scowling at Baz. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone in this camp who'll give you answers or even a smile. Well, I don't really have any questions.
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. Oh, 45. No, you can't. A bow, don't mind if I do. And another crate of loot for us, which contains some water. I think it's a water skin at least. Can we open that one?
See that?
We can. See what? Ooh. Oh, cloth container. Sure, I guess. I didn't see that one. What did we pick up? A dagger? Can we give it to her? Does she use daggers? It is a one-handed, so she might. She should use it, so yeah, go ahead. The second was a chest armor with annihilation on it, whatever that is. Rightly. For details, there we go. The critical damage multiplier, alright. And those boots. They are fine quality, but they don't give anything nice. Oh well. She'll be using it, I suppose. Sure. What about these boots? Does he gain from it? Oh yeah, he can't take off it because, you know, fused. It's literally bound to him. Ah, little piggy. Lantry. Oh, it's prisoners. Let's deal with Varaya before we let that sage speak. Please, someone, I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Rendrian guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. Poor girl. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of Rendrian guard encampment, but she isn't very entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale for a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. But I wanted a guarantee I'd live and be welcome into chorus as a captain. Then I'd talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I open up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox, Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smouldering corpse around her. She tugs at her strings, but to no avail. Subterfuge? Let's see if we can get her to talk without raising her voice. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips moved wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you. She shakes her head, catching a breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall dark one, missing most of his face, checked his left boot. He was the literate one of our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of corpsmen yanked the boot of the fallen guardman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot, and in a thrust into the fifth eye's arm. He unfurls the scroll and gives it a read. It's nonsense, just a mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slave this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scout Fury, who promptly snatched a long knife from his belt. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of Narat, and an initiation rite would be in order. Yeah. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? Let's test her loyalty. Send her back as our agent, or waste a good slave. Prove your loyalty. Varaya looks at the prisoners, once her allies, and closes her eyes as she bonds her untied. The onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hands. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts the rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull, wincing back at scream as she hoists the stone over her head second time to finish the job on the other prisoner. The bloody rock hits the ground and Varaya slumps to her knees in defeat a moment later. Pretty sure she proved her loyalty. Pretty sure she proved her loyalty. Good, good. Fifth Eye places his bloody hands on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods her. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. As a pair of soldiers come and lift Varaya, the Fifth Eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee. Where's a slave to clean up the offal when you need it? Well, everything turned out just fine. We put some people out of their misery and we got a new girl with us. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answer and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied next to Varaya, an older gentleman with quills, inks, vials and parchment scrolls, one fine on the sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheek, temples and ears, his clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burned scars along his arms. Despite being ematic, tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. I'ma read it myself. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length written with professional albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northrends, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to me. Well, I'm gonna show it to him in that case.
Let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of a missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
I like that guy. A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage which doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear and say we have fun with this one. You can't hurt to give him a few hours. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. Untie him and give him a chance to translate. Yeah. Are you giving me orders, Binder? Does this look like Tuno's court? Last I checked, only the Archon of Sages can tell me what to do with prisoner. The Crimson Spear pounds his staff to the ground. If this old man was criminal, we shall give him his fair shot at a trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
I could be the champion, but fuck it. I'm taking him into my custody. Not a chance. He's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing. But you're not walking out of here with our property. I'm not grabbing by the mask. Yeah. The chorus word emits a whispering squeal as you grab him by the chain of his mask and pull him closer. Gloved hands press against you, but try as you might, his push cannot exceed your pull. Ooh. So, I don't know which one. Release the prisoner to me and I won't shame and degrade you in full view of your followers. Yes, yes, he grunts and stammers as he struggles to wrest free from a grip. Once you release him, he shuffles to regain his composure. You too, dusting himself off with one hand, he waves the two nearby conscripts with others. Release the sage, he's the Fatebinder's problem now. The sage is unbound from the post, stiff legs nearly buckled as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail at new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile.
Thank you. Oh, I thought I was going to wind up as another corpse in that pile. Now, hand me that parchment. The sooner I can find out what it says, the sooner I can get out of this place.
I hope he's a companion. Well, much of that parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tripnettle. So the old sage knows his word after all. I'd ask you to travel ahead and see if you can get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they'll parley if yours is the face they see. I know the area. I suggest we go at once. I'll show the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. Why do you want to come with us? Because the alternative is what? Living here with these illiterate brutes. My old study is under a river of fire and there's no family missing me. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed an edict of Kairos. I'd be a fool to let someone else write your story. You want to chronicle me? Well, of course, even if the burning library is never rebuilt, our work of to chronicle the days and events needn't cease, and you're a noteworthy player in this whole war. I can't think of another living fate binder who has been twice given the honor of proclamation. Fine. If you're eager, come with me. Splendid. You won't be disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but know how to step lightly and know not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Let's hightail to Tripnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not about clipping his ears. Don't do that, Verus. He seems like a swell guy. Salvadores, what do you have to say? Hail, Fatebinder. Oh, it's that guy. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest and stiff but won't grip him. Where I am betting of a superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I'm pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as this here mud and shit-stinking chorus camp? Anything to report? What about the chorus isn't unusual. The army itself is a straying, malnourished beast, but no. The screamers seem mostly in order, sir, and I have been spy, if that's what you're implying. Course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even look mean enough for me to do my details, and it's not my lack of trying to do my part. What do you mean? I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insights regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops for Iron Marshal Erendius for reinforcement if needed. But they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. Our lives are at risk, and even then you can't get along with it. No, he seems like he's trying. Farewell. He seems like he was trying, so I'm not gonna be a bitch to him. He doesn't deserve it. That is water, right? Yeah, it is. Defnell. You? As much of an accusation as question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So you're Tunnel's Fatebinder, was expecting someone more impressive? She bows in spite of her misgivings. Defnell, Scarlet Fury. My time is yours as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword around in her hand. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law, leaving the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would be a tripping hazard to those, a proper bit of carnage sport. We got enough useless twats dying for a name as it is. All our hordes recruits in good for of late is piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side, with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keeps up and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Now what you need. Nothing, goodbye. Does he have anything new to say? The fifth eye, blah blah blah. No, still the same as before. I believe that was all we could do in here. So I'm going to head and call this an episode. It's oh, we can't, no, not yet. We're gonna put points for this guy. What is he anyway? Is he a healer? He can throw quills. That doesn't sound very useful. Lantry strikes his target, interrupting them and lowering non-physical armor if used from stealth. Is he a sneaky guy? Will also paralyze. Game passive. Lantry restores the party's weapon and armor to pristine condition, increasing the damage from weapons and protection from armor. Yeah, we're gonna be using as a buffer / healer. Grants a bonus to arcane armor and magic defense. Empower Lantry's renewal ability, granting an even greater increase to weapon damage and armor. Improves control life skill. Improve control vigor. Control life sounds like a heal, so go for that. Oh, he already had that one, so greater renewal in that case. And what's going to be here? I believe it's wits. It gives spell strength. Yeah, you're gonna be using that whenever it's wrong or not. And let's see here what he has. He has the quill, which interrupts. Greater renewal gives 1 armor per piece of armor worn and 2 armor penetrating per attack. That's nice, I think. Quicken, not in combat. Used by Harry and Lantry. Lantry quickly heals the Fatebinder with a surge of restorative energy. The burst of energy is so invigorating that the Fatebinder also hastened for a lasting duration. Nice. Restorating Touch. Heals 26% health. Nice. And Titan's Touch. A buff, basically. But yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and call it right here. And in the next episode we will be... Where are we going, Anne? Could we go to Echo Crossing or up to the Northern Clearing? Echo Crossing is a village situated along the narrow section of the Matani River in the main route in the heart of the valley and possesses 2 highly defendable bridges. Many settlements that are believed to be directed assisting the rebel effort. Let's go to Echo Crossing. 3 hours. And once we're through this loading screen, I will properly go ahead and save the game and call this an episode, because 30-minute mark, which it tends to be on this episode, and we don't make super much progress, there's a lot to read. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.